It was very important and interesting that sorry, after many years of investigation and finding this knowledge, and especially, again, I'd like to repeat, experiment in the pyramids, medical experiments, gave us understanding that we are just before quite a new science. Because we do not know exactly who we are. You even cannot imagine what your actual body and energetic system are able to do, what you are in reality. Because reaction of organism is very special, opening you not only understanding and vision that you are the part of the whole universe. This is something even bigger. It's a new science, new. And we are just now standing at the beginning of this science. Now I cannot give you the comprehensive idea about it. But each time when we enter the pyramid for any kind of experiments, like for example, any one of you, if you go into the pyramid first time, your organism just, you have effect. Pyramids is influencing you. Then your immune system is reacting on this pyramidal influence. And this is exactly the signal according which taking in account this information, pyramida gives a second impulse, healing impulse. All depends on your organism, on the reaction of your organism. And then each time, step by step, you as if opening the wonderful, endless book of the things belonging to your organism, to your energetic system. So now from here, as a result of more than 20 years, now already 30 years actually, of investigation of ancient texts and scientific experiments, we can say that pyramid is, first, powerful cosmic antenna. B, a model in stone of energy structure of the human being and of the universe, using the latter's energy mechanism, the same energy mechanism as the universe. It's very important understanding. C, a very powerful generator of cosmic energies operating on the various planes. Pyramidal energy structures whose position should be decided with reference to the energy qualities of the location open up the following possibilities. Tapping into the natural flow of cosmic energy, the organization and stimulation of evolutionary processes in the biosphere and human consciousness. Correction of the human energetic structure, making it possible to stimulate internal energetic, biophysical, and psychological processes, which in turn provide the opportunity to discover and activate the inner resources of human psyche, increasing psychic potentials. A positive influence on the human immune system, nervous system, leading to its improvement. This is an important moment. We can improve immune system. For modern, present science, it sounds like a nonsense. Because immune system, well, it must be like it is, controlling all the processes and keeping your system, your organism in more or less stable condition. But in reality, an immune system can be perfected. And pyramid is the instrument for this perfection.
a real photograph or is that a graphic illustration?
No, this one is a photograph. Later on, I will show you. No, it's like we made it on computer. But later, I will show you the photograph. So, an environment of mankind, energy, ecological, environmental, its improvement, in increase and improvement of the energy state of the pyramid's location. But here, we spoke today already with Michael, and I gave them idea about very interesting experiment. Let's call it experiment, that we did a few years ago in Ukraine, in Crimea, but now Crimea, thanks to God, returned to Russia. We are very happy about it, because it was also Russian. And there I have a friend. They had a daughter, and this daughter was approximately 8 years old, very naughty, very noisy, absolutely, we were always crazy when she had been around, crying, jumping, climbing into you, no chance to talk. So, and once when we have been discussing the positive, very special effect of the pyramids on the creative abilities of human beings, we just, stopped on this moment and said, why we must not try and use it or, like an experiment now, in this home, in this family, with this child. So, we produced a few pyramids and placed them in different places, different corners of the flat, and then we made so-called energetic sources. Approximately in 12 days, the whole energetic environment in this home have been changed, become very soft. You feel like an open area, very interesting, very good feeling. Then I explained, from this moment on, you need to start to teach your girl something. What would you like? And they decided to play music, for the piano. You must start to do it in a form of game, very softly. Just one note, 2 notes per day, just to attract the interest of the child. Because in this environment, it will be not only easy for her, she will feel happiness, it will be funny, and she will start to do it more and more and more. She was 8 years old. Now, when she was 10 years old, she is the best musician, piano player in Ukraine and in Russia. She played with all most famous orchestra of the world. Can you imagine? 2 years. Just 2 years. This is the question. That is the reason why when I was 2 years ago invited to meet one person, he came to St. Petersburg and said, listen, I went through all your books, I watched, investigated all your websites, and I'd like to invite you for one interesting project. We met in the cafe, in his hotel, and he said, listen, I'm living in city Tomsk. It is approximately 1 million people living there. We have, in this city, 600,000 students. Is it possible, with the help of your knowledge, with the help of the pyramid, generate a special energetic environment to stimulate their creative abilities? I said, this is the sacred wish, let's do it. And we started to do this. Next one. Okay, great. So this place is 15 minutes away from city Tomsk, in the middle of Siberia. This territory is approximately 120 hectares. For the beginning, we marked this middle territory, 80 hectares, and here we plan to build a pyramid. We already built a central pyramid, you can see it here. So, next slide. Here you can see the full view of this territory. Actually, now we plan to build the whole complex on a territory of 525 hectares. It's pretty big territory. We started excavation, and you see here we use white quartz. We put white quartz and use white quartz everywhere. It's a very important material. Next. Just step by step, you will see the phases of this construction period. Next one. Now we are making, like, how to say, horizon. First of all, we prepare the place to put the pyramid on, but at the same time, I have been lucky with my friends investigating that ancient text to find very interesting information about energetical capacities for different minerals. And these minerals they are having a very important effect on a human energetic structure, especially on the speed of certain types of energy or vortices of energy. So here, when you see these black spots, okay, this is not only the cover to keep water under, to preserve the construction against the water. Even here already, we put minerals which are speeding up the energy vortex coming into the pyramid. Let's go on. Then, we made this foundation. All these foundations also has a very important meaning. That picture, where I showed you at night a beam coming from the pyramid, I told this word, I pronounced this word, the beam of energy was fluctuating. Bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. At the day of solar explosion, magnetic storm and this territory, this energetic beam disappeared. Just pyramid become silent. And ancient texts, they have an information that if you make a certain construction under the temples or the pyramids, this energy fluctuation disappear and energetic beam become stable. So we have used this knowledge here and we started to make this special foundation. Next. And then 12 sided foundation. Let's go on. Here we see we started to build a walls. So actually here we built a 12-sided foundation of 4 meters high. Why it is important? Doesn't matter where. If you have energy vortex coming from the earth, and this energy vortex is situated on so-called sacred place. Any energetic vortices, they have a negative something. Like a part of this vortex has a negative impact. So this negative part of the energetic vortex should be cut off. And then this energy will be absolutely for us positive. So for this particular reason, they have used a special resonators, 12-sided resonators. So we did just the same thing. Let's go on. And here you can see how we use this construction material to build this 12-sided foundation. Also take into account that Siberia is pretty cold place, pretty cold. Sometimes 40, 45 minus degree Celsius, pretty cold. So you see, we used special material inside to keep warmth in the middle of this 12-facet foundation. Next slide. Here you can see it. It's already just, we have built the walls here, and now in the middle we are preparing the place for special energetic source we later built in this place. Next slide. Next. We have been polishing each side of 12-sided foundation. This, deviation from norm was only from 3 per 4 millimeters on a distance of 36 meters. And you understand it's a very, very high precision when you construct such big complexes. Next. Huge, huge, huge. So, I'm sorry, I love you and I'm very open to you, but this moment when we have been constructed this energy source, I'm not going to show you because it gives idea how to build a very serious psychotronic weapon. So I hope you understand me, okay? We'll leave it behind. So let's go on. And now we started to build an inner structure. On one hand, this inner structure to support a pyramid. On the other hand, we are making so-called wave channels, special resonators, to increase influence of energy in a certain focus zones inside of this 12-facet foundation, because we decided that this particular foundation will be used to expose food, water, wine, anything there, and then just sold in the shops around in Tomsk. Next. And you also notice that the walls of this 12-facet foundation is also black. We also cover it with paint and added special minerals so that the speed of energy coming in would be faster. That's why when you now go into the pyramid, you feel like, pressure, like strong. Environmental is very, very high. I tell you right now exactly that one of the reasons why, for example, in Atlantis in ancient time, they had this capacity to mentally talk to each other is because of the energetic field and how strong, how solid it is. Another simple example, if you take any extraterrestrial, developed extraterrestrial, and we invite him here without, and he will be here without access to their energetic sources. He will immediately lose capacities for telepathic communication, and he will be not able to move objects on the table. Very, very simple. Energy is a key moment. If you produce energy, and the energy in a certain place will be, solid, like strong enough, then you can mentally send the commands, and everything is going on. Let's go on. Then we started to make a roof. Next. These tubes, it's for ventilation system. The whole pyramid is organized so that the air goes from the bottom through the pyramid and then goes up, ventilating the system and drying the system. So the pyramid actually do not need like a special ventilation system. Next slide. This is in the place inside of the 12 facet foundation. Let's go on. This is how the pyramid in general will be looking like. Inside you see there are chambers with pyramidal shape form. It is done exactly to increase the energetic power of the pyramid. Because these chambers and the whole pyramid, they are in a certain relationships, mathematic relationships. So, and it helps to increase. Next. Now you see here how it looks like inside without the walls. The middle room has a vertical walls. And then we have also there a few tanks like basins for water. So this pyramid inside has two floors, energetic floors, where we have set up basins like water moving around. And water, you know, it is very special substance. It must be in the pyramid. Why? I will tell you a little bit later. Next. Another cut or section of the pyramid so you could see how it is constructed. You see what is important here. From the ground until the pyramidion, we have a channel without floor cutting this energetic beam. It goes through freely. Next. And here you see we started to build a central chamber. Next. This pyramidal shaped chambers around. Actually, we have 25 chambers inside of the pyramid. Next one. Just quickly. Next one. Pyramid is up. Stop. At this moment, we started to polish the pyramid. We needed a very precise capacities of the surface. So we prepared the surface. And then we ordered a special material to cover the pyramid so that the surface could live through, let's say, through the winter, which is cold. The weather is very aggressive there. So we need a material which will survive in the winter. All other materials, like plates, anything, they live only one winter, and then everything falls down. This is material we just used, checked, and then finish. And here you see, pyramid is ready. This is the pyramidion. Little bit more than 100 kilograms in weight. We made it in Brazil, brought it to Russia. Next slide. And put it on top of the pyramid. Quartz pyramidion is the key moment of any pyramid. Remember, quartz pyramidion must be on the pyramid, otherwise you are losing the chances. Let's go on. This is the biggest crystal ball in the world. Natural crystal ball. 108 kilograms, 42 centimeters in diameter. In the middle of the pyramid, we also organized a special energetic system which are accumulating the energy in the middle, in the focal point. This is just how it looks like. But here it's just without water. In the middle here, under this plate, we have energetic sources. The whole system of energetic sources, which are constructed to amplify a certain vibration range. And also we have a bronze bell. It's an important one. Bronze bell plays two main roles. First one, and this is why Christianity kept one very important secret. If you stand under the bronze ball and you make like, it immediately synchronizes all your energetical rhythms of your body as a one. Immediately, it's very important. One. Second, pyramid, any pyramid, works as accumulator. Now imagine the Cheops pyramid stand there a lot of 100 years, right? Inside environment stayed the same, stimulating effect. But upper sides are destroyed. Synchronization effect disappeared. Can you imagine how many illnesses people brought into the pyramid and left there because of the mechanism? Pyramid is accumulator. So everything is there. So if you go there, you are having all this. In ancient times, they used special whistling system. And when, remember, this ventilation system have been constructed in the pyramid and switched on, you can hear like pyramid started to, like, this is the moment when the pyramid is cleansing itself. But for many hundred years, that was not done. And the bronze ball is only one chance to clean the pyramid up from the negative energies. This is the reason first that we did. We put a bronze bell there. Next. This is so-called oracle chamber. The word oracle, you understand what it means, oracle chamber. Inside there is this pyramid. Now this pyramid is under the ground already here. This crystal under the ground. But the place, the focal point and the effect is very, very special. Another short story. When we have been building this pyramid, the construction command, the people was from Moscow. And the chief of this group was an engineer with a very hard, severe asthma. He has been using, spray, the most strongest spray, 4-5 times per day, because he was almost dying. Once we came exactly into this oracle chamber, there were 3 of us, me, him, and the actually owner and those persons who finance this pyramid. We have been invited there because Vladislav, the name of this financer, he has got a present from his Indian friend. It's like a tube made of a shell. Shell, like seashell. And he said, listen, I have got a very interesting stuff. Let's go to the pyramid and make a sound. We'll see how it works. So we entered without any thoughts, just stood in the middle, and then boom, pyramid started to vibrate. Next slide, give me. So then I will show you that picture. The man I'm talking with fall down on the knees. He was covered with sweat, absolutely pale. His face was as a child who saw a dinosaur. Then he stood up on his leg and ran away. Just really, he was running like from the bear, Later on, he stopped using spray, no asthma. Completely no asthma. Sometimes he said, sometimes when I'm in Moscow, stressful situation, I can't just grab. And then I said, why I did it? Just, automatically, and then back. He doesn't need any more, any sprays. So he was healed for one moment. And here you can see I show you the place where water will be situated. Why it is important for water? Water contains information on one hand. On the other hand, another very important aspect I'd like to point out for you. Today we have been talking that immune system constructed so that it must defend your organism against any powerful, energetic, medical, physical, any effects. Pyramid has a very strong effect. So it means your energetic system and your immune system will immediately close itself. Like, it starts to defend against this strong energy influence of pyramid, which is not so good for us. So this energy, strong energy, should be transformed into the range acceptable by human organism. And water is the best interpreter, best transformer. So if you have water in the pyramid, any strongest effect will be accepted by human immune system as the normal thing. And then, if you just imagine, like a 50 tons of water. Can you imagine, like 50 tons of water? This 50 tons of water contain in itself all information about any human being, about any flies, about any bugs, about any living organism on the planet ever appeared, ever lived, from the beginning up till today. Just 50 tons. If you put the water inside, and then it is necessary to make a special energetic system which produces energetic beam, goes through your head into the water. It's like hard disk, you can read water. Immediately appear information. This is the reason why they used water as the hard disk to read information about past, present, future, to have access to parallel dimensions. Water is the key moment in the pyramid. Next slide. No, just pure water. Just pure. Then, according to the plan, this water goes out of the pyramid into the channels. So let's go on. Now you see the pyramid on top of the pyramid. Next. Another experiment. We bought very, very, let's say, cheap wine from France, exposed there, and then invited the specialists from France just to say, what can they say about this wine? Can you imagine? I would hear, because they see the boxes, and they say, what would you do with it? Because it's impossible. It's the most expensive wine. You bottled in this. They said, no. It's one and the same wine, just exposed in the pyramid. That's it. And then this wine has been sold to the people living in Tomsk for the same price. It means very, very cheap. It is, by the way, one of the idea what the pyramid was built. The all food stuff that will be exposed in the pyramid will be sold to the people. Next. I was talking about this man with mustache. He was healed for one in the pyramid.
What instrument did you use to make the sound?
Shell, seashell. Seashell. Next. This is the general view of the complex. This is 80 hectares, and you can see how pyramids are situated here, according to the certain principle. Here, this is 4 huge mirrors, approximately 250 meters long, 10 meters high. Mirrors to reflect the energy going from the pyramid back to the middle pyramid, to empower. It's another angle of view of the complex. This is the pyramid which we have built as experimental pyramid. Also with pyramidium, there we had unusual effects also. Just when we finished, in few days, I was phoned from there that people say, listen, we see UFOs hovering exactly. Huge cigar-shaped UFO was hovering over the pyramid. And it happens continuously. So it looks like they are recharging themselves, even from this small 13 meters high pyramid. Next slide. And this is the project, actually, which we started to do. Because
the previous pyramid, the 13-meter one, what material is the outside made of?
It's all white quartz. All white, it's important, white quartz, because central symmetry of the quartz is spun into clockwise and counterclockwise direction. Actually, it's a spiral. So it means each small particle, it's like a chakra. Inside of this chakra goes one vortex of energy, but because it's done in a spiral, goes out many vortexes of energy. It means increasement of energetic power, but at the same time, this energetic vortex is very soft, which is very, very important. Next. Here you see the just idea. Not bad, right? This is natural. We made this for Siberia. Let's say how to say, this plan, it's won first prize in the competition in Russia. So, and again, here I'm giving the general idea about the main 12 stimulus why the pyramid have been constructed. Sure, it's not all that pyramid can offer us, but this is very good beginning, and especially when we, with the help of the pyramid, can improve our health, when we can rearrange energetic capacities of our flats, especially kids, because when I got married, my wife, she had already 2 kids, 2 boys, and these boys were, almost each month they had problems, asthma, anything else. So I, like a new father, immediately what I did, I installed energetic sources in the pyramids. Now we're living together 7 years already, right? No one time they were ill. No one times. So they are very good in school. I'm happy. They are very naughty but clever, which I like also very much. I'm sure pyramid has a very positive, very beneficial effect for human organism and for us. So now today I try to share with you very, very small piece of the knowledge which I have received investigating ancient pyramids. And being astonished, being fascinated, we spent time, a lot of money to build the complex. And as you already saw, we're going to build 33 pyramids there. And at the same time, we already made a plan to build a satellite city to Tomsk. Whole city. We already got permission for the huge land to build the city of a quite new idea, city of the future. More or less, I invite you to participate in all these projects. So, thank you for your attention. Thank you. I'm sorry if my English was not so good, but I try to do my best to share with you. If Sam will find possibility, I will be happy to attend such meetings more and more times and share with you the other aspect of the ancient knowledge, like hieratic school and the other things. So I will be happy and even more than happy to see you again. Thank you for it.